Welcome back, guys, to another Studio One Pro 7 tutorial. This is all about volume automation. I have a verse here that I've been working on. This is a new track. It's called It Ain't Easy. Kind of gives the Waylon Jennings effect, if you will. I'm a country rap artist, and I want to show you this verse. There's a few things in this verse that I'd like to clean up, but when we're recording and, we go in and out from the microphone, if you got a pop filter up or whatever, you go in and out from the microphone. Sometimes the recording can be, the volume could be a little too low on some of these different, words inside the verse. And what we're going to do today, there's a couple different ways that you can do this. I'm going to show you the easiest way, but there's also another conventional way that I'll show you. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to just enhance what's already here, and we're going to lift up and maybe pull down some of these other ones. And there's two reasons for doing this. One is we want a solid vocal take, something that we can hear that cuts through the mix. Every word is audible, so you don't have to turn the volume up for some words and turn them down for other words. We want to be able to hear a clear, concise mix straight across, okay? A lot of times people use compressors, so they'll pull the high notes down, or the high frequencies down and the low frequencies up to make it compressed, to make it sound better. I'm going to play this really quick here, and then I'm going to show you what we can do with some volume automation to really enhance this verse so that it really pops through the mix. Again, this is something I am working on right now. It is not mixed. There's not even an EQ on the channel, but I wanted to show you this because I really think this is important. This is something I go to before I even send my mixes to my engineer. I will go through and I will volume automate, and then I will Control B to print that volume automation so that it's in the file itself, that it's exactly how I want it before I send it over. So here's the verse. It moves way too fast. I have a hard time picturing forever, collecting all this wisdom in the world like buried treasure. If lyrics help you through the tough times, it's been my pleasure. Having someone guide you through the blues, it can't be measured. That's a friend forever, but time won't slow down. Even in an old town, that clock keeps on ticking. Like don't tick or you'll miss it. Destiny, we don't pick it. Or when death comes for a visit, White House in large picket. I think life is time to live it. I think life is worth living. We all should see that vision. Okay, so you could probably hear in there's a few words that jump out at you right in this region right here, this one right here, this one right here, and maybe possibly this one right here. And then there's some lower vocals right in this area and in this area, and I just want to enhance them just a little bit so I can hear them better. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up to the top left, and we're going to click Show Volume Automation. Now, you're going to get this box right here. It says Display Off. What we're going to do is we're going to click on this arrow right here, and we're going to choose Volume Automation. And what that's going to do is it's going to present us with this bar that goes straight across your vocals like this. And what you can do is you can put little points in here, and you can drag up and down to volume automate that verse. And then if you don't like it, you can just click on one right here and delete, and you can hit delete there too as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen for some of those words that peak out a little too much, and we're going to lower them. So we're going to start about right here. So let's turn the looper off for now. Let's come right about here, and let's just listen to this guy right here and see if we need to pull it down just a little bit. Been my pleasure. Having someone guide you through the blues, it can't be measured. So again, this is all preference now. This isn't something, now I can hear it differently. If you're listening to it on headphones, I got the DT770 Classics on, I can hear it's a little high. So what I want to do is I just want to come up here, and I just want to put two dots right here, and I'm just going to take, and you can see right here that if you pull down on this track, you're going to get, first of all, you're going to get the arrow so that you can move the track around. Then if you go up a little bit, you're going to get the crosshairs where you can actually highlight a certain part of what you want to automate right here, which is another way of doing it. I don't do it this way, but that is another way of doing it. And then the most strategic way that I have known how to do it is this trim. So if you come up from this line and you just go up just a little bit, you can see that this trim right here will trim from here to here. So I'm just going to pull down maybe 3 dB and just let's hear how that sounds real quick. Having someone guide you through the blues, it can't. All right, it's a little too quiet now. Let's bring it up. Possibly, let's try about 1.3 dB and see what we sounds like now. Having someone guide you through the blues, it can't be measured. Having someone guide you through the blues, it can't be measured. Having someone guide you through the blues. I like that right there. You can actually hear that a lot better. It doesn't pop out, and it's not going to hit the compressor too hard. So, okay, having someone guide you through the blues, it can't be measured. That's a friend forever. But this right here, again, that's another dot, and these are just points of reference of where you want to actually pull down the volume automation. Let's just go down by 1.3 dB again, because again, we're trying to match each high note to itself so that we can actually have a balanced mix. So let's listen to that. Measured, that's a friend forever, but time will slow down even in a down. That's another one right here. So let's take this and let me hear this whole thing real quick. Down even in a so about right here, and we're just gonna pull that down, no pun intended. 1.3 dB again. Let's hear that. Forever, but time will slow down even in an O. And again, just listen to this real quick. Someone guide you through the blues, it can't be measured. That's a friend forever, but time will slow down even in an old town. And what it does is it just makes it so much smoother of a vocal take. Now, we've done a couple high ones here. Let's go and find a couple lows right here, a couple low vocals. You know, wasn't recorded too loud right here. And let's just hear what this has got to sound like. So let's come over here and listen. If lyrics help you through the tough times, it's been my if lyrics help you through the tough times. Okay, so you can hear right there that is very low, and I want to actually pull that up in the mix. So there's two ways to do this. One, I could pull each individual word up, which is what I'm going to do, or I could just pull the whole thing up, but I don't like that way. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to pull this guy up by 3 dB, and let's listen to that real quick just to see. Lyrics help you through the top. If lyrics help you through the top. Let's go up a little bit more. Let's maybe go up to 2 dB. If lyrics help you through the top time. There we go. If lyrics help you through the tough times, it's been my pleasure. Okay, I like that. Now let's pull this up. 3 dB. Lyrics help you through the tough times, it's been lyrics help you through the tough times. And actually, I'm gonna say it's gonna be right under. It's gonna sound balanced right here. If lyrics help you through the tough times, it's been my pleasure. Okay. Having someone guide you through the blues, it can't be measured. That's through the blues again, right here. And let's see. Let's listen. Through the blues, it can't be measured. So right here, I'm just gonna pull that up a little bit. Let's go up to about 4 dB. Guide you through the blues, it can't be measured. Now it's a little bit too loud, a little too hot. Let's go down. Guide you through the blues, it can't be measured. All right, so now this is where it really comes into play. So I'm gonna Command Z all this, and I'm just gonna pick this guy up right here, and we're gonna go up about 2.6. Guide you through the blues, it can't be measured. That's a friend forever, but time will slow down even in an old town. That clock keeps on ticking like don't tick or you'll miss. Right here, this is again another low part. We're gonna take it one by one though. Let's go up to 2.6. Ticking like don't tick or you'll ticking like don't tick or you'll miss it. That's all right, and let's automate right here. 2.0. Ticking like don't tick or you'll miss it. There we go. I like that. Don't ticking like don't tick or you'll miss it. Destiny, we don't pick it. Or when death comes for a visit, White House, enlarge picket. We don't pick it. Or when death comes for a visit, White House, enlarge picket. I think life is time to live it. I think life is we don't pick it. Or when death comes for a visit, White House. Okay, that all can be lifted right here. So let's go all the way up here. Let's just lift it all up. About 2.6, I think we were doing for the other ones. Let's listen to that now. Or you'll miss it. Destiny, we don't pick it. Or when death comes for a visit, White House, enlarge picket. Okay, you can hear that it went up just a little too much. So let's bring it down. Let's bring it down. Let me see. We're at 2.6 before, so let's bring it down to 4. Miss it. Destiny, we don't pick it. Or when death comes for a visit, White House, enlarge picket. There you go. So this is what I mean by volume automation. This is very important. Not only does it help with the dynamics of your vocal take, but you can also emphasize things that you would like to emphasize in the track. So listen to this real quick. I have a hard time picturing forever. So right here, I say the words picturing forever right here. Okay, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to highlight this, and now I'm just going to grab this trim now. This is another way of doing it, and I'm just going to lift this up right here. And as you can see, it already puts those volume automation points in there for me. Again, sometimes I do it this way. Sometimes I'd like to just add the dots myself. But here we go. Hard time picturing forever, collecting all. And I want to lift it up just a little bit more to really, really emphasize those words. I have a hard time picturing forever, collecting all this wisdom in the world like buried treasure. So that, you know, in this instance, what I would probably end up doing is telling my mix engineer, okay, I lifted up the vocal forever, and I want to actually have some reverb on that with a delay tail, so it's like forever, ever, 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 and it comes to about right here. So if we listen. I have a hard time picturing forever, collecting all this wisdom in the world like. Yeah, so it would be like ever, ever, ever. And that just really enhances that track and that vocal take. And we want to put certain things like that in there to enhance the words, to really get people involved in that verse. Because, hey, I'm speaking about some really deep things in this verse. I want people to actually pay attention. And sometimes you got to put that little ear candy in there to make them pay attention. Because sometimes if you're just rapping monotone straight across, it's boring. You don't want that. So volume automation is going to help you with that 100%. Guys, this has been a very short tutorial about Studio One Pro 7. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below this video. I will try to do a video on that. Please like this video, share this video, and please subscribe to the channel if you've learned anything. All right, guys. Hopefully you go out there and you make some incredible music.